What's up, y'all? It's D about to react to this vid. It's titled Cenat wants nothing to do with Rakai anymore. Oh, damn. I just reacted to a video about him, crashing out on Kai, but it wasn't anything too crazy. But I wonder, has something else recently happened? Let's see why Kai doesn't want to deal with him. Let's watch.
I have to take one test, okay? I have to take one test. If I pass that bitch, June 20th, I'm gonna fucking graduate. Kai went all the way to...
Oh, so he doesn't even know if he's for sure graduating yet because he has to take a test?
Kai won!
Yeah, that's what I read.
It cannot go to the cutes for me.
Rakai is trying to graduate. June 20th is the date circled on the calendar. For the past year, he has been attending online school while continuing his streaming career. And recently, he announced on stream that if he wanted to walk across the stage and receive his diploma, he would need to be physically present in Syracuse from May 30th to June 20th.
Alright, listen, the bad news is, right? So, graduation is obviously coming up. I graduate June 20th, right? But where the bad news come in is that, right? My mom told me for ordering me in a school called for ordering me to graduate and walk the stage, I would have to re-enjoin in-person school until May 30th till June 20th.
Unfortunately, the announcement itself immediately reminded everyone why school has been such a struggle for him. He did not say, in order for me. He said, for order me.
My mom told me for ordering me in a school called for ordering me to graduate.
He did not say re-enroll. He said re-enjoin.
I would have to re-enjoin.
And he called Miami a state. So we know that Rakai is slow, okay? We know that he's not the brightest bulb in the box, all right? But I do think, he still should try to graduate and, take the test, pass it, obviously, and hopefully he can further his education. Because I have known people who were really stupid in high school and they barely graduated by the skin of their teeth, but they went on to do great things and be successful, go to college and, smarten up. So it's not impossible,
And somehow, that ended up being the least dramatic part of the entire graduation saga. Things escalated when the school informed Rakai that even if he completed every requirement necessary to graduate, he still might not be allowed to attend the ceremony in person. Not because of his grades, not because of attendance, because he was considered a potential disturbance.
Okay, let me talk! So boom, I had 3 meetings. One is saying okay, I go to school, so I can't go to school right now. They said that the school been talking about me going back to school, and they think it's just not gonna work. You going to school, no longer gonna be able to focus, which I think that's, you feel me? I think that's factual. That's check it out, Chad. They say if I go to school, I'm a cause shit like that. That's saying facts.
Rakai had already publicly announced that Cenat and the rest of AMP would be attending his graduation. He turned it into a major event before it even happened, telling his audience and inviting practically everyone he knew in the streaming world. From the school's perspective, what was supposed to be a normal graduation ceremony risked turning into a social media spectacle. They concluded that his presence could create too much disruption for students and families. That
is valid. So in that case, then he needs to just have a graduation party, and Kai could pull up to that, and AMP and whomever, that's easily solved. They don't have to actually be there because that is a valid reason not to go. It's he is very famous, so that would be an issue because people would be screaming and trying to get pictures of him. That would completely disturb the graduation ceremony. So I understand where the school is coming from. That's valid.
Who simply wanted to enjoy their graduation day without the attention shifting elsewhere. Then things got even worse. While streaming, Rakai discovered that he had a 0 in history, not for a single assignment, but for the entire year. His explanation was that the online school system never properly showed him the assignments, so he never completed them because he never knew they existed.
They say that I didn't do a whole, I didn't for the whole year online.
You probably won't even graduate. Goddamn, Jesus.
They say I have a 0 history. How the fuck? I got 0 history. And how the, no, I got a 0 history. what? Online, it never showed me I had history. You feel me? And y'all laugh, but that shit funny, bro. That shit not funny, man.
Eventually, after 3 separate meetings with the superintendent, a compromise was reached. One test, a single social studies regents exam. If he passes it, he can attend graduation in person on June 20th.
The good news is that I have to take one test, okay? I gotta take one test. And if I pass that bitch, June 20th, I'm gonna fucking graduate.
At the time of the stream, the exam was only 10 days away. That might sound manageable until you realize that Rakai has already failed this exact exam multiple times before. He told his chat that this time there would be no shortcuts. He joked that he could not use ChatGPT because the test would be taken in person.
And so we gotta do, chat. So I gotta pass this one test. And now you fail it. See, that's bad. Like, chat, why you telling me use ChatGPT for the test? Nigga, I can't use ChatGPT, bro, because it's in person. It's in person, bro. So, like, chat, listen, basically, chat, okay, it's a region. It's a social region. That's what I'm saying. I felt that shit multiple times, bro.
He asked everyone to keep their fingers crossed and repeatedly said that he was genuinely trying his best. Surprisingly, for the first time in a long while, a large portion of the internet was actually rooting for him. Then came the Kai Cenat situation. Just one day earlier, Kai appeared in Rakai's stream. Not as a guest, not in person, just sitting in the chat as a viewer, watching. Rakai immediately saw the notification and did what almost anyone would do if the person they had been waiting to hear from suddenly appeared. He asked the question directly in front of thousands of viewers.
Hey, chat, hold on, chat, it might be delayed, might be delayed, hold on. Chat, it might be delayed. Chat, he left or no, he left? Chat, it might be delayed. Kai, will you come to my graduation June 20th?
No response. Kai left the stream.
Hold on, chat, it might be delayed, hold on.
Why did he pick to say he was going then?
That's what I'm saying right there.
And by he, I mean Rakai. Why did Rakai say that, oh, they were coming, but now you asking if he's coming?
So I'm saying, I don't want to graduate anymore.
What the hell?
I don't want to graduate anymore, What the fuck?
If Kai don't come, that's sad.
The man who originally encouraged Rakai to stay in school. The person who constantly used Ray as the example Rakai should follow. The person who reportedly promised to attend the graduation. He appeared, saw the message, and left without saying a word. Rakai completely crashed out afterward. He did not hide what was bothering him either. He immediately went to the comparison that had clearly been sitting in his mind the entire time.
I react to this already. We don't need to, react to the same thing. But yeah, he basically like, oh, you went to Taiwan for Ray's graduation, but you can't come to my graduation in the States.
Graduated, Kai Cenat flew from the United States all the way to Taiwan, an international trip across the world to attend a graduation.
Look at my boy. Hey, my boy. Yeah.
Oh, that's the mama.
Yeah, of course, I had to miss it.
Now Rakai is sitting in Syracuse, asking for what is essentially a short domestic flight. Ray got Taiwan, Rakai is asking for Syracuse. And that comparison hurts because Kai was one of the main reasons Rakai even attempted to finish school in the first place. Kai did not casually mention education once and move on. He sat Rakai down and deliberately used Ray as an example.
That boy Ray used to have to get dressed, put on his uniform when he didn't want to go to school. Go to school, only stream on Friday and Saturdays. When he got motion. Ray had to put on his uniform or call me and say, God, I don't want to go to school, but this shit is ass. I want to stream. Guess what he did though? He went and he was cooking. And that's your main squeeze. Y'all like this. That's your boy. That's your boy, right?
That is my main squeeze.
That's your boy. You and Ray, y'all like this. So if he could do it, why can't you, bro? You got one more year, gang. I want you to be able to show niggas that not only you can stream, but you can also get your shit done. But look though, you can't show me no grades. So look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Jimmy Fallon, right? I'm gonna do Jimmy Fallon. I'm gonna pull up on my boy Rakai.
Multiple people close to the situation later claimed that Kai specifically promised he would attend the graduation.
What else am I gonna do? Take in what people tell you and let it affect you on a day-to-day basis. You want to take it in and just use it as fuel. It'll only make you stronger. If somebody tell you can't do something, you prove something that you can. You're right. I hope when you go back home, take everything I'm saying and you really like. No, I did understand for sure. I hope you do your homework when you go back home. No, I am. I hope so. I really hope so, bro. I am. Because I know you're not. Yes, I am. I don't know what I said. I'll come to your graduation. You graduate. That's? Yes, I'm pass. Make you a promise, yeah. I promise you right now. Look. I will come to your graduation if you pass. If you're able to graduate, which is what, next year? Yeah. I'll come to your graduation. Bet. I'll come all the way to Syracuse just for you. See you graduate.
Damn, no, he want to go now. Maybe there is a way for him to attend without it being too big of a disturbance. Maybe he can go in, like, I don't know, a different area of the auditorium, maybe high up, off to the side where it's like blocked off. Like, come on, he can make some shit happen. He's Kai. But that's only if the school is willing to work with him to make those accommodations. Maybe they won't be willing to. So yeah, they might just say no and he might not be able to. But like I said, at the very least he could still fly out there and go to like a graduation party or something for him. I'm gonna make sure I graduate, nigga.
Damn, yeah. I need a handshake.
That promise mattered. It became one of the biggest sources of motivation, keeping Rakai moving forward whenever he wanted to quit. Of course, some people have pushed back on the criticism toward Kai. Their argument is simple. If one of the biggest streamers in the world shows up at a Syracuse graduation ceremony, the event instantly stops being about the students. The attention shifts to Kai. Security concerns increase. Crowds form. Students who have spent years working toward that moment suddenly become background characters at their own graduation. And honestly, that is not an unreasonable concern. But to really understand how Rakai ended up 10 days away from graduation in the first place, you have to go back much further. Rakai originally dropped out of high school to pursue streaming full-time. As his popularity grew, so did the criticism. People constantly mocked him for being uneducated. Clips went viral of him mispronouncing basic words, struggling with spelling, and having difficulty communicating things that most people would have learned in school years earlier.
But listen, you like how I look? Yo,
run that by me again, bro.
He said something on my soul.
Is he the first
human being that speaks 0 languages, bro?
Like, bro, I gave you a chance. I slowed it down and made sure that I heard you properly. And it turns out
you need to be on that Kai ABC mouse plan, because whatever you got going on, bro, you can't communicate to save your life, Gabe.
Awesome.
Lemonade.
Which you can get a little bit of something.
Wow, man.
Check in it.
And are you trying to drink it after?
So what they do?
I'm like, yo, I'm on the phone.
What?
What about this?
I'm on the phone. What?
What about this?
Bro.
That's what the fuck you doing. Never forget the bag. Never ever talk back saying you feed the people. Rick, how you got your drink? What's your ethnicity?
What?
Ethnicity.
Huh?
What's your ethnicity? What's your ethnicity? Wait, I'm saying it wrong. What's your what's it called? Oh, ethnicity. Wait, what's it called? I said that earlier.
Ethnicity?
Ethnicity, yeah, my bad. Ethnicity.
Like Caucasian?
Oh, you're Caucasian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cause you could be like anything else. I don't know. It's like that. Watch. Meta.
So embarrassing.
Medicine. Bro, fuck this shit, bro.
He's trying to spell medicine.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just gonna take. You can't even talk. Read this. Come on.
Oh
Read this
my
right here.
god, this is really bad.
Right here. Our life is beginning to get very.
I like a life, my nigga. On.
I mean, at least.
Oh, no, on.
A leaf.
A life. Yeah, turn fast. Go back.
A fucking
Go back. But it can all spark to make a.
Deadass, I blame his mama. And obviously, he's 17 now or whatever. But clearly, she wasn't checking his homework. Clearly, she didn't give a fuck about how he was doing at school, because ain't no way you should be this slow. And people love to blame the public school system, but it's not the best. But there are people who get a solid education when they actually put forth the effort and when they actually have parents at home who are making sure they're doing their fucking homework and keeping up with shit. The problem is we have so many parents who are working all the time and they don't, you know, check in on their kids' homework and make sure that they're advancing at a normal grade level. So his parents clearly let him down. That's really fucking sad that he's this slow.
The strong artwork, that's how I would define the sneaker equation. I would say these sneakers have gone through.
Yeah. What's a vowel right now? You in 12th grade, nigga. What's a vowel, bro?
Vowel? It's like a vowel, nigga.
The criticism became so widespread that he eventually decided to return to education through a boarding school program while continuing to stream. That plan collapsed before it even began. The boarding school stream was canceled before day one, not because of something the school did, not because of an academic issue, but because the school started receiving death threats. Following the backlash from Rakai's comments about El Rubius and Mexico during a Mr. Beast video, members of the Spanish YouTube community began targeting virtually every platform and project associated with him. Eventually, the controversy reached the boarding school itself. The school had absolutely nothing to do with the drama, yet it became caught in the crossfire. Faced with growing concerns for staff and student safety, administrators decided to pull out entirely. Ironically, the very behavior that helped create Rakai's education problem ended up sabotaging one of the biggest attempts to solve it. After that, he transitioned to online school and continued streaming. And now, after all the setbacks, all the controversies, all the failed exams, all the public embarrassment, and all the chaos that seems to follow him everywhere he goes, Rakai finds himself staring at one final hurdle, one test, one graduation ceremony, one chance to finally prove that he can finish what he started. Do you think he can actually pull it off?
God damn, he's slow. This is really sad. And like I said, I do blame the adults in his life as he was growing up. They definitely let him down because they should have made sure he was advancing at, you know, the proper grade level year to year. They clearly did not do that. So yeah, they are at fault for that. But at this point, now that he's graduating, well, hopefully he graduates, it is now his responsibility. He's now an adult, you know, so it is up to him to further his education and to educate himself, to read more. So he has to take responsibility no matter who dropped the ball back then, you know, because, yeah, there's no reason that he should be this far behind. This is really sad. And like I said, people love to blame the school system. Get up out of here. There are many intelligent people who went to public school. They had people around them who pushed them, who made sure they were on top of their work. Like, it's very possible. It doesn't mean that you're automatically, you know, gonna fall behind if you're in public school, or that, oh, if you don't do well, then it's the public school's fault. Like, people love to, you know, put all the blame on the school. It's like, no, it's the parents. They have to make sure that the kid is doing their fucking homework and keeping up with assignments and shit. Like, what are y'all talking about? So I don't like that argument at all. It's his parents' fault for sure. But hopefully he gets it together, because, yeah, this is really unfortunate. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.